What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I'm ready to do my full review on the Rosecraft Blades Beaver Creek Barlow. Now, this is a knife that is in via the Lefty passaround group. It came as a package deal with the Kershaw Knives Heist. So if you guys caught that review in yesterday's video, thank you for checking that out. If not, you guys are interested. Yeah, I posted this yesterday, so wouldn't mind you guys going and checking that out. But this is the Beaver Creek Barlow from Rosecraft Blades, and this is the third traditional slip joint that I have now checked out from Rosecraft. The first two being the Briar Patch Jack and the Nola Chucky Jack. And this by far is my favorite. And I just checked to see what I ranked or rated the first two. The Briar Patch Jack got a 30 out of 35, and the Nola Chucky Jack got a 34 out of 35. So I did like the Nola Chucky Jack, but I definitely like this one more, just more my style, with, you know, the the sheep's foot style blade. I really like the Rosecraft logo going on here. I love the scale material being used. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into materials. So again, it has a sheep's foot style blade, D2 steel. It's 2.9 inches long. You guys can see right there, Rosecraft has a nice nail neck. D2 right there. Has nice bolsters as always. The one-bladed traditional slip joint features brushed steel bolsters with the locking RC mark right there for Rosecraft. Steel liners. The covers are genuine smoky gray bone, which is really nice. I love that nice texturing to it. It has a nice kind of resin look to it. Really like that quite a bit. As far as other stats, it is 3.5 inches closed, 6.4 overall from tip to butt. And it comes in weighing 2.9 ounces. So weighs 2.9 ounces with a 2.9 inch blade. I love when weight to blade ratio, adds up like that or equals up to that. Really enjoy that. Yeah, so that's it for materials. D2 blade, smoky gray bone, covers, brushed steel bolsters, really nice sheep's foot style blade. You guys already know it's getting a 5 out of 5. Really enjoy the whole combination of the Beaver Creek Barlow, in my personal opinion. So next up is aesthetic. Already gonna get a 5. I said this in a lot of different videos before. I am not like, I'm not the biggest fan of traditionals. I only have one traditional in my collection, and it's, really, I don't know if you could even really consider it a true traditional. It's down here on my little stand. It's a modern traditional, but I have the Jack Wolf, excuse me. I have the Jack Wolf Knives Venom Jack. I've had this in for, it would have been a year in May. So like a year and a half. I got married with this knife in my pocket. I got this knife on my first, what's the word I'm looking for? First trip, big trip alone with my now wife. I got it at Freight and Lock Co. in Syracuse, New York, when we were on our way to Burlington, Vermont. So this is just a knife that will never leave my collection, but this is the only slip joint that I own. So I really, I don't have a ton of experience with slip joints, but and I can definitely, appreciate some of them, like this one. I really like the look of this one, but I just tend to kind of stay to folders. That's my jam. That's what I find the most, enjoyment out of. But I am going to be adding, let's see, I'm filming this on Monday. I filmed all 3 reviews this week on Monday. So you guys will actually be seeing this on Thursday, because I'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. On Thursday, actually, today, I will have gone to Watkins Glen area with my family up in the Finger Lakes in New York. We're staying up there for kind of a long weekend, little vacation. And on our way up, we will be going through Bradford, Pennsylvania, which is the home of Case Knives and, Case Knives and Zippo lighters. And I am planning to stop in and purchase something from Case. I have not decided yet fully what I'm getting. They have some, sort of modern, modern stuff that I'm a little bit intrigued by, but I don't know how great the, the build quality and the fit and finish is going to be. So I think I'm going to walk out with a Sod Buster Junior, I think. There's a couple of different models I was looking at. And I think I'm going to get a slip joint from them because that's kind of what Case is known for. So I'm actually pretty excited to go check out the flagship area, the flagship store, museum, whatever it's called up there. And I'll definitely give you guys a little update, if I, do indeed end up getting one of those. But I digress. The whole point was to say that even though I am not the biggest traditional guy in the world, I can definitely appreciate when a good traditional comes along, and I think this looks fantastic. Again, I'm getting an easy 5 out of 5 on the aesthetic. It just looks really good with that sheepsfoot style blade. Kind of just goes together really, really well, so that's why I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Next up is action. Now, I'm not going to go out and say that this is the best, has the best pull strength by any means. If I'm being honest, my Jack Wolf, blows it out of the water. But you also have to remember that the Jack Wolf is about a $300 slip joint. This is a $55 slip joint. So spoiler alert, not going to wait until the end of the video, but this is $55. So, it's a budget slip joint. And as far as things go, like, this has a really good walk and talk. It's not, the strongest pull by any means, but simply for the fact that it has a sheepsfoot style blade, so I do not have to worry about digging my nail into the nail nick, because you guys know I'm a wussy. I do not like using my nails to dig out a blade with a traditional. So having that taller blade to be able to just grab and pull, that is so much better. And that's another reason why I like the Venom Jack so much, is because I can fidget with it. I can, play with it. And it's easy to actuate. And you guys can see this is, just flying right out of there. So as far as, the pull strength, I'm never going to be like a snob about it. I just like to compare, pretty much, which is hard not to, because that's kind of the bread and butter slip joint that I'm used to. I'm going to compare everything to, my Venom Jack. And again, it's, that is such a snappier and, more responsive pull. But as far as things are considered for the price this thing costs, the action is phenomenal on this. And again, because you can do this and just grab with your fingers to open it, I mean, I don't know how you don't give that a 5 out of 5. All day, this is a fantastic action. Really good, pull strength for the price, and that's kind of relative to everything. So 5 out of 5 for action. Next up is acoustics. Pretty solid. Really, really good. You're kind of getting a little bit of an echo, a little bit of a high pitchedness. Now, again, comparing it to a Jack Wolf, we'll see this. You don't get as resounding of a snap or a thwack. I was so close to giving it a perfect 5. And honestly, looking at, my next groups of things I have to rate, I really thought that this was going to be my second perfect knife, 35 out of 35 knife of the year so far. But I just can't give it a full 5 on the acoustics. As good as it is, you know what? I am going to do it. Screw it. There's nothing to complain about. There really isn't. It's really good. You get really good noises, really good sounds. And just that, over and over again, that just sounds so good. So I think this is going to be possibly my second 35 out of 35 knife. This little hair is bugging me up here. Out of the year so far. So 5 out of 5 on the acoustics. Next up is Ergos. Really, really good. I mean, it's pretty straightforward with a traditional. I mean, it's parallel on both sides. Nice straight line, rounds around. It's big enough for me to get all 4 fingers on here. Of course, you do have to be careful because it is a slip joint. It is a traditional of closing the blade on yourself. But hammer grip works really good. Saber grip works really good. This blade works fantastic with a pinch grip. So your thumb and your middle finger just like this. Thumb kind of up here on the sort of rhino area of this blade. But just to drop that in, draw through cuts. I'm never going to use a traditional or a slip joint in like a hard use method. This is going to be my package opener, my letter opener, cut through some tape, some stuff, light duty items, light duty tasks in the EDC world. And Ergos are fantastic for it. So 5 out of 5 on that. Next up is carry. Now this weighs 2.9 ounces, so it's a sub 3 ounce knife. Weighs basically nothing. This doesn't have a slip, so I was just dropping it in my pocket and kind of just letting it float down in there. Didn't even know it was there. I don't know how you can really complain about a knife that's less than 3 ounces carry in your pocket. It's nice and small. It pretty much, disappears into my hand. If I were to buy one of these, I would definitely buy a slip for it because I really do enjoy my slip when I carry my Jack Wolf. Surprisingly enough, guys, another 5 out of 5 as far as carry goes. That leads me to my last category of price point / value / would I recommend this knife. Guys, this is a $55.99 knife. $56 for, you guys can see 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 on the price point and value section of this knife, or the review. So, yeah, 35 out of 35, my second perfect knife of the year. Honestly, didn't expect to do that, but, kind of just thinking about it and looking back to see that I rated the Noah Chucky Jack a 34 out of 35. I enjoy this so much more than the Noah Chucky Jack that it just ended up like that. And it's a little surprising. But for $56, yeah, D2 isn't like the best steel in the world, but it's a good steel for traditionals. Just a beautiful design from Rosecraft. Really love that blade shape. Great action, great acoustics, great ergos, great carryability. I would definitely get a slip for it, but all things considered, this thing really is the perfect little slip joint. And, you just have to be relative to the price. If this was a $300 slip joint, it's not going to be, that great of a review probably. But when you're talking $56 for, a really, really, really nice, perfect little slip joint, I don't see how you can go wrong with the Beaver Creek Barlow from Rosecraft. This thing really came in and surprised me. I saw some other people that I follow on Instagram getting it in and saying how good it was. And, now that I've carried it and, gotten to know it a little bit, this thing really is good. And I could see myself maybe picking one of these up in the future. I feel like this is going to be maybe one traditional that I'm like, man, I kind of miss that knife. Maybe I want to add once I get my case in and kind of start building a little, traditional, collection or selection of my, corner of my collection, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I can't really say I can't say enough good things about this knife, and I think it's a fantastic value. So I think you guys should go buy one of these. I think it's, a really, really good beginners. It kind of fits the shoe for multiple people. This would be a fantastic knife for someone just getting into, the hobby and wants to start collecting traditionals. Where on the other hand, it's a great knife for even, the enthusiast like me to have, higher end stuff, but still wants, still can appreciate a good budget build and still has really good qualities of everything about the knife. So yeah, I just can't say enough good things about it. The Beaver Creek Barlow from Rosecraft Blades is the second perfect 35 out of 35 knife of 2024 with me joining the Vosti Dachshund. So again, kind of surprising, but all things considered, this thing is really a perfect little slip joint. So, but that was my full review of, again, the Beaver Creek Barlow from Rosecraft Blades. Huge shout out to Kevin over at Lefty EDC for always allowing us to check out really dope stuff and make really good content for you, or make more content for you guys. I'm not saying my content's really good, but make content for you guys. I would not have the library that I do on YouTube if it wasn't for Kevin. So many videos and so many knives have, you know, been able to come to fruition from him. So always appreciate you, Kev. Much love. And much love to you guys. Leave a comment down below. Did any of you guys pick up the Beaver Creek Barlow? Are you maybe looking to pick one of these up? They are currently in stock on Rosecraft Blades Knives website. So definitely go pick one of these up. Use the link in the description down below. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, evening, night, weekend, life, year, whenever you guys are watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.